Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
So before proceeding with today's code, I have already told people that today we will begin with the React frontend. So what did we discover till the previous class? We have learned about the JWT authentication. Along with that, we have also learned about the Google authorization, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So before proceeding with the React, let's go through a quick recap. So these are the imported modules, and here in this line number 14, I have connected my modules to the Node.js. After that, I have created the API for registering a user inside a web page. After registering the user, I have provided the login API for the user to log in. After that, I have made a protected route through which it will check if the token is present or is missing. And if the token is present, then it will provide a message to the user that protected content, right? And then if the if the website does not get any kind of token, then it will provide the user with invalid token. Here is the backend of my code, right? I'm moving on to the front end. So in this class, we are going to learn about login and authentication for the front end. Let's see what is there inside the code. All right. So we are done with the one-step chase, express chase setup, Mongo schema design, JWT authentication, protected routes. Now we will deal with the folder structure and we will learn in this lecture only. Now coming on to the React authentication. Here we will learn the token handling and route protection. For that purpose, we are having the backend of our program. I hope this entire code is in an understandable form to you people. It seems so, right?
Ma'am, as we start with tailwind and bootstrap and folder structure.
We will learn all of these things simultaneously, like when we are writing the codes for creating the authentication and all those things, we will learn them simultaneously.
Okay, ma'am.
Hannah, you there in the meeting?
Yes.
So when I was asking am I audible to all, and I was expecting a response from you, nobody was providing me with any kind of response. Ishan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
So you people, what should you do when I ask that am I audible to you?
Ma'am, we should respond.
And follow it throughout the meeting, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's begin with our code. First thing that I'm going to make is my register page. In order to make a register page, I have to import certain things from React. First of all, I'm going to, all right. So do you people know how to create a React folder? I'm using React plus Y.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So create a folder like a normal folder inside your file explorer, and over there write this command, that is npm create byte @latest, and then your folder name such as React app, and then you have to write template followed by React. So this is the command that we provide inside the terminal if you want the microphones to show. React batch. So here I am going to open the same folder that I have created just now. That is the React page. I will open the folder, and here I will choose the terminal. And inside the terminal, I am going to paste the same command that I have provided to you. Copy it, then I will paste it. You will get this kind of options for you people. So these are all the front ends through which we can make a front end for a website. Are you people being able to see the screen?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we are going to select React and we will press enter. And then we will select the language, that is JavaScript. And then we are provided with these commands. So for that we have to write cd react app. And then we have to write npm install. So this will take some time. All right, we have got all the packages. Inside the React app, we are having a source folder. So whichever files or folders that we want to provide inside this front end file, we have to place them inside this source folder only. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Like we were having server.js as the entry point of our backend program, we have this app.js as the entry point of the front end file, right?
Okay.
And this entire app.jsx is rendered inside this main.jsx. Can you people see? It is written that app,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
and this line that import app from app.jsx. So whichever thing is present inside this app.jsx will be rendered inside the main.jsx. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here
Yes, ma'am.
it is the default code. So like whenever you will install this React plus White app, so over there you will get this default code. And in order to run a front end code, what you have to write? npm run dev.
Ma'am, is it like boilerplate code for React?
Yeah, it is the boilerplate code, or you can also say it as default code that you usually get, right? So now, in order to see your front end, here is the command provided that we have to press the control button in our keyboard and we have to click on this link. So this is the boilerplate front end for React. Here an icon of white is provided and an animation icon of React is also provided. Along with that, a button is also provided, pressing which the count for this button will get increased. The number of times we will press this button, the number will increase for the count. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Understood. But for what this, मतलब ये क्या था मैम? कुछ समझ नहीं आया.
This one is a boilerplate code. Understood? But here we do not want this entire boilerplate code, but we want to make our own front end, isn't it? So what we have to do? We have to remove this entire app.jsx and we have to save it. So now, after saving this, I will refresh this again. Are you people getting anything inside the page?
No, ma'am.
No, right?
No, ma'am.
Why?
We are not.
Because I have removed the entire code which was present inside this app.jsx.
Okay, ma'am.
So this is how we create our front end. So let's move back. We'll close this folder. So here, this is our register page.jsx. So in order to work with the React components, we have to import React from the React library. Can you guys please hold on for a while? All right, sorry for the interruption. I had to receive an urgent call. So what we were doing?
You were about
Let me
to
start writing code under React JSX file.
So here, in order to work with the React components, we have to install, we have to import the React from the React library. Done. And then we also, like, here is our backend file and here is our front end file. So in order to connect our backend with the front end, we need a dependency, and the name of that dependency is Axios. So for that, we have to write import Axios from Axios. And now you will ask, ma'am, is this Axios default? Is this Axios present inside the React library, or we have to install it? Then you should know that this Axios is not present inside the React. In order to use the Axios, in order to connect your backend with the front end, you have to install this and Axios manually. Here you people can see inside the dependencies, I have placed Axios, Bootstrap, React, React Bootstrap, React DOM, and React Router DOM. So in order to make our front end, all these dependencies are required. Understood?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
If we have to install Axios for communication between front end and back end, then what's the reasons to import CORS? CORS?
If without CORS, we will not be able to send the request from the front end to the back end.
Are equally important.
Yeah. This Axios is used to fetch the data from the backend. But in case of CORS, the CORS is mainly used in order to send the request from the front end to the backend. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Right. So in order to install all these dependencies, the same thing that you have done in the backend, you have to write over here as well. That is npm install Axios inside your terminal. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So here I have also imported Axios. After the Axios, I am going to import use navigate from, and this use navigate is present inside the React router DOM. And you will ask me, ma'am, what is the use of this React router DOM dependency? React is known to you people. Router means, see, inside the website, we have many type of, like, let me show you. If we go to the flipkart.com, this is known as the navbar. This entire thing, starting from here to this end. This entire thing is known as the navbar. Are you clear with this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
here, if I click on this login, then I will get navigated to
Ma'am.
this login page, right?
Ma'am, please tell one more time.
So whenever we go to any kind of website, let it be Flipkart or let it be Amazon, see here, this entire thing, the bar which is placed in the very top of the or very header of the website is known as the navigation bar. Why is it known as the navigation bar? Any idea?
Yes, ma'am. It is navigate to some page to another page, ma'am. Like if you touch a login button, it will go to the login page. Whatever it
Exactly.
depends.
So what it contains? It contains different type of words. And what is the purpose of having these words inside the nav bar? The purpose of having these words placed inside the nav bar is that when we click on these words, then we will go to that particular page. Like if I will click on all word, then I'm getting this sidebar, right? And if I
Okay,
will
ma'am.
get this MX player, then I will navigate it to the MX player. So these are the purpose of having a nav bar inside a web page. And how do we navigate from one page to another page? Using this use navigate function, which is present inside the React router DOMs. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
now coming on to the word DOM. DOM is nothing but the document object model. The DOM stands for document object model. And what is this document object model? The DOM, you can assume it as a tree. And you will tell me, ma'am, inside the tree, we do have the root, we have different kind of nodes, etc. So how can we imagine it as a tree? So inside the DOM tree, you can take the HTML element as the root element. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And all the components which are present inside an HTML web page, say for example, inside this, this nav bar and then this products card or this products, product component and this banner, these all images and different kind of these sections, that is sports and healthcare, beauty foods and all these things, these are the components of a DOM. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So whichever content which is present inside an HTML web page are different nodes of a DOM. So this is why we are writing React Router DOM, which means that we want to navigate from one DOM content to the another DOM content. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we will import some components from the bootstrap. And what are those components? I will be importing the form. And I will also import the button. Along with the button, I will import the container. Along with the container, I will also import the alert. And from where I'm going to import this, I will import all these things from React Bootstrap. Understood? So just tell me,
Yes,
how many
ma'am.
of you do have a little much of idea about HTML? Just raise your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So many of you know what is HTML and HTML components, right?
Yes, ma'am.
HTML tags and other things. So you people might be very much aware from this form tag, the button tag, container, and then alert, etc. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, what we are doing. So, do you people know anything about Bootstrap?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So from
Ma'am,
Bootstrap,
do not. Ma'am, we did not know much about Bootstrap, but I think it is a JS library.
Bootstrap is
It's a CSS
Yeah,
framework,
it-
ma'am.
it's a CSS framework, right? And what you have to do is,
design part.
if you want to learn much about Bootstrap, just go to the Bootstrap website. Yeah, just go to the Bootstrap website, and over there you will get many codes written over there. And what are these codes? These codes are nothing but here inside the docs. Yeah, you people can see. You people will be provided with containers, responsive containers, fluid containers, and then you will get see this entire thing you will have inside your Bootstrap, which you can use inside your projects in order to develop different kind of components. Say for example, you can provide buttons using Bootstrap. You can provide this banner like the Flipkart, this kind of banner using Bootstrap. And this one is known as carousel. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the uses of Bootstrap. Now, in order to provide the form, button, and container along with the alert box inside my web page, I am going to import them from React Bootstrap. Now, coming on to creating a function. So, those who have known the JavaScript and work with JavaScript can tell me, what do you people mean by arrow function? We have learned about the arrow function in the previous classes.
Yes, ma'am. The function does not have a name.
We
Ma'am,
can
we do
say
not
that
use
the
return under arrow function.
Yeah.
It-
All right. So here we are going to create an arrow function, that is const register, which is an arrow function. We denote this arrow function using a parenthesis followed by an arrow, and then for the function body we place the curly braces. And the name of this function is register. So here I will write const, and then I will provide email, comma, set email. And now one thing that I want to tell you people is that this email is the variable. Just keep this thing in mind. This is the very important thing. This email is the variable and the set email is a function. And this variable and the function is placed inside the array. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So one more thing that I will import from React is use state. And now you might be thinking, what is this use state? So this use state is a hook. And you people might again be thinking that why do we need hooks in React? Hooks in React are essential in order to perform different kind of functions. And those functions include, say for example, we have to provide an email inside the form, right? So what happens is, whenever, like inside this Instagram, so here you are getting a login page, right? This one is for the email and this one is for the password, right? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
So this one is also a kind of a form.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So initially, this state of the form is empty. Why? Because we have not provided any kind of information inside this field, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do we call it? This is an empty state of a input field. And then we will provide a state change by providing either email or any password, right? Over there, what is happening? There is occurring a state change inside the input field, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Which means that the content which is present inside the web page will change itself. And when I will provide the email and password, and here I will provide login. So over there, what will happen? the entire content which is present inside the web page will change itself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
hooks are used in order to perform state change inside a web page. Now did you understand why do we need this React hooks?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
it's like a
Yes,
cart
ma'am.
page, ma'am. The cart page is like a default, and then
Yeah.
we had to
Exactly. So over here, I have created an email variable and then I have provided a set email function. Using the used state hook, I will initialize this email variable without storing anything. That is the empty string I am assigning this email variable. Why? Because initially our email's value is null. Understood?
Yes,
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 ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Similarly, I will provide password and I will store an empty string inside the password as well. Why? Because our password was also empty
Initially null.
initially. Yeah. So here in place of email, I will provide password. And then the function is going to be set password. So I will initialize the value of password as an empty string only. Now coming on to the next variable. And whenever we are working with any kind of program, it is natural to have errors over there, right? So in order
Yes,
to
ma'am.
store the errors, what we will do, we will create another array which will have this error variable and a function that is set error is equal to, again this one will be use state and an empty string. So I have created these three arrays. After that, what I will do, I have imported this use navigate function, right? I will assign it to a variable whose name is navigate is equal to use navigate. So what is happening over here? I am assigning this use navigate function to a variable whose name is navigate, which means that whenever I need this use navigate function, in the place of this use navigate, I can provide the navigate variable. Am I clear till this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now I am going to create another function inside the register function. And the name of the function is handle register. Is equal to, this one is going to be an asynchronous function. And as the parameter, in the previous file, what did we do in the backend? We were providing request and response inside the
Request and
asynchronous
response.
yeah. Why? Because we needed it inside the function, right? So here inside the asynchronous function, I will provide E, and this E stands for event. And again, this one is going to be an arrow function. And you will ask me, ma'am, why do we require this event inside this handle register? So we will use this by using E dot event default. Now, what is this E dot prevent default? What happens in general terms is that each and every component inside the web page has some default functions or behaviors. Here what happens if we are clicking a button, say for example, if we are clicking a submit button, say for example, then what will happen? It will make the web page to reload itself. So the default function of the submit button is reloading of a web page. But whenever we click on the register button, Do we want the web page to reload
Ma'am?
itself? Yeah.
Ma'am, I think two different voice are mixing together.
Is it so?
No, ma'am. I think correct voice.
I think even
No, no, it's fine, ma'am.
No, ma'am, it's okay.
How many of
Perfect,
you are
audible.
facing this?
No, ma'am.
Alright. So, do you people have any kind of doubt till
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
What?
Ma'am, why are you creating a async function in handles in your last code? Because e dot show me e dot the prevent defaults
Yeah.
that it does not returns any the promises and the you
See,
don't
that's what I'm.
you
Yeah,
don't
that's.
await
Yeah.
the functions.
Listen, that's what I'm
Await
trying
keyword
to
as a
explain over here. What will happen? Like for this purpose, you have to know the use of this prevent default method. So whenever we click on a button, say for example, you are creating a website. All right, just imagine you are creating a website and you want the user to register himself. We have even developed the backend for registering a user, right?
yes, ma'am.
So we were providing the values for all the fields by using Postman, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that was the case of Postman. But whenever the user uses this Flipkart, Instagram, all these things, the user does not use Postman in order to send the request.
Yes, ma'am.
Instead, the user uses the front end in order to send the request from the front end to the back end. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So how
Yes,
the
ma'am.
user registers himself? By clicking on the register button. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So if we do not
Yes.
provide this prevent default method, what will happen? If the user will click on the register button, then the page will reload itself. Instead of registering the user, the page will reload itself. Why? Because it is the default function of the submit button. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is why, in order to prevent the reload of the web page, that is why we are using prevent default. That is, reload is the default function of a button, and we are trying to prevent the default function. That is why the name of this method is prevent default. Understood?
No, ma'am. Actually, I am asking why are you writing the e dot prevent default in a async arrow functions without it using await the keywords?
We will write the await keyword after this. I was just trying to explain this function to you. I will place many more codes inside this.
This means that it means that the e dot prevent default the return promises.
You should just wait for a while. It will not. It is not going to return any promise, but I am going to place furthermore codes inside this function. Inside this handle register, I will place a try catch block. Inside the try block, I will write the function for the handle register. So how is it going to handle the register? I am going to write an await keyword over here. And here I will use this Axios that I have included. Why? Because whenever the user will send the request from the front end, it will send the request to the Axios in order to register himself with the help of backend that we have made in the previous classes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So just tell me, which HTTP method do we use in order to register a user?
Post method.
Right.
Post, ma'am.
So after the Axios, we have to place that particular method which we use in order to register a user. So here I will place a post method. Inside the post method, as the first parameter, I have to provide the URL of the backend. And what is the URL of the backend? For the previous class, we wrote HTTP localhost followed by the port name,
5000.
that is 5000, and then API. After that, register. This was the URL of our backend, right? So this is the first parameter of the post method. After this parameter, we have to provide all those data that we are sending from the front end. So for here, what we are sending? We are sending the email as well as password in order to register a user inside the backend. For that purpose, we will provide email, comma, password.
Password.
Understood? Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Just check the code thoroughly and just tell me if any doubt is there, a small doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. In line 7 to 9, please share the code, ma'am.
In which line?
7 to 9. 7 to 9, ma'am.
7 to
So you were using, yes, ma'am. You were using a const inverses email dot set email like that. So,
Yeah, this
ma'am,
one.
in the line
Okay, you
10.
want me to explain this
Yeah, ma'am.
entire thing?
So, no, ma'am. In the line 10, in the context of 7 to 9, ma'am.
Okay. So this entire thing,
You were using const navigate. So why were not using that? Yeah.
okay. So can anyone explain me what did I tell about hooks who was listening in the inside the class?
Ma'am, whenever we input the data, then yeah, state is changed. So that's why we use that use state hook.
And what do you mean by the change in state? The change in the
Okay.
data which is present inside the website, right?
Website. Yes, ma'am.
So Abhijit, when I was showing this web page,
Yeah.
I was saying that this field was empty, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
We did not
Yeah.
provide any kind of data inside this field. So here, let's
Yeah.
provide this johndoe@gmail.com. So there is a state change inside this field. The data has been changed.
Yes, ma'am.
And again, for the password, let's provide the password. And here, the state change again has happened. And here, if I
Yeah,
click on this login, so see, this state change is being taking place. The login content is being converted to this entire dialer or the loader. Are you being able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So
But
that is what we exactly mean by the
I
change.
want
by
to
the
ask
state
that,
change.
ma'am,
The change. I will
but you
explain
are
you.
not using the.
I will explain you once you let me explain. You were asking me to explain
Okay.
the lines from 7 to 10, right? So that is what I am trying to explain over here.
Ma'am,
First, the email was empty. Using the use state hook, we are providing an empty value to email. Similarly, in the password, we are storing the empty value
Okay.
inside the password. This email and password are the variables. And then the set password and set emails are the functions. Any doubt till here? Abhijit?
no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I have doubt in the line 10, not 7 to 9, ma'am. I
Line
want
10 is
to
nothing,
say that.
Abhijit.
What,
Yeah.
ma'am, please listen. I want to ask that why you are not using in navigation like navigation set navigation like that.
You want me to answer that? Why am I directly not using this use navigate function? Is that
Yeah, ma'am. Why are you
we
not
can use that as
changing
well?
state use state?
Is this thing clear to everybody or only Abhijit has the doubt?
Got it, ma'am.
So Abhijit, you were trying to ask that why am I not directly using the use navigate? For that thing, I have previously explained that use navigate is a function. And these are the variables.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah, ma'am. Got it.
Are you sure you got it?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually,
So can you tell me why do we use the use navigate function? I just told a few minutes back.
navigation bar.
Yeah, for navigating from one page to another page,
Yeah, ma'am.
right?
Yeah.
That is the use of this use navigate function. Understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
And we are doing nothing but inside the line 10, we are assigning the use navigate function to the navigate variable. Let's try to do that.
Yeah, ma'am. Got it.
Is the variable and use navigate is the function which is used to navigate from one page to another page. Understood now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Any further doubts with anyone?
No doubts, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So by now, what have we done? We are providing our data from the front end to the back end. Using what? Using Axios. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happens when we provide the email and password? We directly go to the login page, right? After we register ourselves, we go to the login page, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
So how to go
Yes,
to the
ma'am.
login page?
Using navigate, ma'am.
Exactly, using use navigate.
Navigate.
And since we have stored this use navigate function, we are going to a function inside this navigate variable. So instead of use navigate, we will write only navigate.
Navigate.
And where do we want to navigate? We want us to navigate to the login page, which is why I am providing here the login as the endpoint. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
And if any
Yes,
error
ma'am.
occurs over there, then we are also having a function to handle the error. Can you tell me the name of that function?
Ma'am, to handle the error,
We have just made the function along with the variable.
Set error, ma'am.
set it.
All right. So here we are going to call that function, and that function will provide us registration failed. Because if we do not get the login page, this means what? This means that the registration has been failed. Understood?
Yes,
We change error to ERR.
Yeah. Oh, it should be ERR. Yeah. So this ERR is the variable, that is ERR variable, and setF is the function. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts in any line of this functions?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
After creating these functions, what are the most important things without which we will not be able to use these functions? Like see, if I'm having this online page, so I need to click on this particular button, right? In order to perform some kind of event, that is the cart button, become a seller, etc.
Yes, ma'am.
Without these
Yes,
things,
ma'am.
any function is not going to perform.
So, ma'am, I think
Yes,
we
ma'am.
have to apply click event on button, like submit button.
Yeah.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
order to perform events, we need to have some HTML components present inside a web page. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So, where do we have to place those HTML tags? We have to place those HTML tags inside the return method. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yes.
inside the return method, I am going to place some kind of HTML tags. So, can you tell me what HTML tags am I going to place inside this return method by seeing on these codes?
Anchor tag.
Email and password. Input type equal to email and password.
Those things I will provide. But what are the things that I have imported from Bootstrap?
Form, button, the container alert.
Exactly.
Form button
I
container
am
alert.
going to use these tags from React Bootstrap in order to provide them inside my web page. So I am going to import them. So at first, in order to create a container, I will use the container element that I have imported from Bootstrap. And here, do you people know, like, how many of you have read CSS?
Can you please tell me what is this container element, as I do not know anything about this container element.
Okay. Saurabh, when you are dealing with HTML, where do you place your input tags or input tags, forms, button, etc.? Inside which tag?
Inside my form.
Like any component, say for example, it's not necessary, right? You have to present the paragraph tag, the header tag, etc. inside the form only. You can place it anywhere inside the web page.
Okay, ma'am. I think so. We can also place the tags inside div.
Exactly. Div is what? Div is a container
Div is a
which
container.
contain the entire tags, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So here inside the JavaScript XML, why am I calling this JavaScript XML? Because here we are providing the .jsx. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
This JSX stands for JavaScript XML, which means
XML.
that inside this JSX we can write both the JavaScript code, along with that we can write the HTML codes, which is why the name is JavaScript XML. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, do you people have any idea about CSS, styling, and etc.?
Yes, ma'am. We have basic knowledge about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, just tell me one thing. Why do you use this in CSS that I have provided in the chat box?
Ma'am, for defining a class, targeting
Class.
Class
ID
component.
Class.
Exactly.
For
For
selecting
defining
a
a
class.
class. All right. For selecting a class. So when you are selecting a class, you should also mention this class attribute inside the input tag as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
define it,
Along with
right?
the tag attribute.
Exactly. So in HTML, we write only the class. But when we deal with the JavaScript XML, that class becomes class name.
Yes,
Understood?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So using this class name, I can provide styling to the container. And I will provide a styling from which kind of styling am I going to provide? I will provide some kind of margin over here. What do you mean by margin?
how much pixels of space a
Yeah,
element
ma'am,
can
I-
take from above
The
element
space
or
contain out of the margin,
below element.
like
Great.
out of the container.
It's outside the border.
Great. So that is what we mean by margin. And we can place the margin around any corner, that is the left, right, top, bottom, etc. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So I want to provide a margin from top 5 pixel to my container. How am I going to do that? I will write
Empty hyphen.
5. This is how I provide margin top 5 pixel to my container. And this one is the property of the Bootstrap. So whenever we want to style our containers or elements present inside the website using Bootstrap, we will write directly the
Yes,
class
ma'am.
name. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Or else we can explicitly provide some kind of styling inside our tag. So in order to provide style to our tag, we have to write the style attribute. And here I will provide the style of max width. And this max width is going to be 400 pixels. Got it? Mohammed, can you please switch your mic off? Alright, so we by now have we have created a container, right? And inside this container, I am going to create a header tag. So for that, I will write h3 and then here I will write register. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
by now, what I have placed inside the container, I have placed just a header tag. Got it?
Just a header tag and we give margin to that.
Yeah, we have provided the margin to that header. Header is the component and margin is the styling. And then here I will provide the error message by using error. Along with this, I will provide an alert. And this alert I have imported from Bootstrap. And here, after the alert, I will write variant is equal to, here I will write danger. After this alert, I will close this alert tag and here I will provide error. Which means what? If the error is true or else the alert tag is provided, then it will provide us with some kind of error. If any kind of error happens whenever we are executing this program. Understood till this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And then finally here I am going to provide the form. It should be capital F. And this form I have also I have imported from the React Bootstrap. For that form, I am going to write an event. So can any one of you tell me what is the event associated with the form?
Event.
Submit.
Exactly. So what we
Actions.
usually do with the form? Yeah, we usually perform a submit event with the form.
Actions and
So
methods.
over there, here we will write on submit. And why are we writing this on submit event? The purpose of defining the events inside the input is that we want some kind of action to take place. And what will be that action? Whenever we will submit the form, it will execute a function and the function's name is handle register. Which is why we have created this entire handle register function. Understood?
Yes,
So whenever the user will
Yes.
submit the form, this handle register function will get executed and it will send the request from the front end to the back end. Which kind of request? The register request. And along with that, it will send the data of email and password. Understood?
password.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
These email and passwords, what do you think? What are they?
Ma'am, string values.
These are not the values, but these are the variables that are
Variables.
the values. Yeah.
Good.
So till this much you have understood, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So here I am going to create two groups inside the form. Why am I going to create the groups? For the first group, I will provide the email. And for the second group, I will provide the password. And in order to create the group, I will write form dot group. After that, I will write class name. And here again, I am going to provide the styling. The margin bottom is equal to 3. Right? So if I want to show the name, what did we used to do in HTML?
Label.
Yeah, we used to write label. So here I will write form dot label. I will close this, and inside the label I will write email. After the label, what do we have to provide?
Password.
Input
Input tag.
Okay.
Input name.
So in order to provide the input tag, we are having form dot control. Here we will provide the same attributes that we used to provide inside the input tag. For this type, we have to write email. And then we have to provide the value attribute. And inside this value, I have to pass this email variable. Understood? Are there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Here no need to tags, ma'am, input elements and the related labels.
Can you repeat your query again?
मैम यहाँ पे मतलब कि इनपुट एलिमेंट्स और लेबल को टैग करना कोई नेसेसरी नहीं है.
इनपुट व्हाट क्या नेसेसरी नहीं है?
मतलब कि जैसे HTML में कभी करते हैं ना कि इसका फोर और उसका आईडी और उसका फोर एलिमेंट्स सेम होना चाहिए टैगिंग के लिए.
Like no, here it is not required. Inside the form, like inside React, you can only place the attributes, that is type, value, and there are no need to make anything same inside this label and control. Understood?
Yes.
And inside this value attribute, the value of the email will get stored. That is why we are passing email inside the value. And then here I will write on change is equal to, here I will write an arrow function, and this is again going to take the event as the parameter. And here we are going to use the set email function. Can you tell me where did we write this set email function?
While
In the beginning,
while declaring the email variables.
Okay. Any one of you tell me.
I have to update the official value.
While declaring line 7.
In the line number 7, right?
Update, ma'am.
So the function that I have declared inside the line number 7, I am calling that function here in line number 30. That's the same function. And I want this function. What I want this to do? I want this to target the value of email. And how to target the value of email? We will target it using the target keyword. And then I will write email. Understood? The value of the email, which is why we are writing e.target.value. And then I will make it a mandatory field. So in MongoDB, what did we use to write in order to make a field mandatory?
Required true.
Required true, ma'am.
So here we will just write required. That's it. And here I will close this. So in React, we can create the self-closing tag, which means in a single tag, we can open it. Along with that, we can close it. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in any line number?
No doubt.
So just the way we have created this form group for email, we can create another form group for the password as well. We will copy it. We will paste it. So in place of email, we will write password. Understood? And then here, the type is going to be password. And here in place of value, we will provide password. And in place of set email, we will write set what?
Password. Set password.
And rest of the things are going to be same. And what do we need in order to submit the form?
Button, ma'am.
Button.
Submit button.
Create a submit.
So here after the form group, I will create a button. Correct. And here the type is going
Excuse
to
me,
be
ma'am. I
submit.
think we need placeholder also.
We need what?
Placeholder, ma'am.
Yeah, you can provide it the placeholder as well, no issues. Because I have provided the label over here, that is why I have not provided the placeholder attribute. And if you are not providing this label, then you can provide the placeholder attribute. No issues will be there.
Okay.
So this button is the submit button. Inside this, it will have register written inside it on the button. So this is how we are going to create the register page. At first, we have to write the necessary functions, and then we have to provide the HTML components in order to invoke these functions. And the final thing that I have to do over here is export the default, export the function. For write, I will write default register. Understood?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we will save.
Ma'am.
Any doubts in any line of this entire page?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, but only one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you run the page so we can show?
So Rohit, for that, in order to run the page, I have to provide this entire page inside the app.jsx.
Okay, ma'am.
So I will take the 2 hours class in the next session. Over there, we will complete this entire page, and then I will show you how the front end request is being sent to this backend. Got it?
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we
So,
will be using the same backend code like for the previous class.
Yeah, you can use it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
But just do not forget to provide the same API endpoints inside the Axios. Without that, it is not going to work. Like over here, I have provided the exact URL for register. Like see, inside my backend, that is the server.js, the port number is 5000, and here for the register, I have provided the port number as 5000. And then inside the server.js, I have provided the route as API register for registering. And here inside the register page, I have provided the route for API register. And this thing has to be very precise in order to send the request. Understood?
Yes, got it, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This is how your backend and frontend will get connected. Yeah, any one of you was going to ask something.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am, usually we are in HTML we are using like a form input type equal to like that, ma'am. I think you are using some new method. Can we use that method, or is this new, ma'am?
see, whenever you are using the form.group, you should write form.control. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So there is a slight difference between this HTML and the React. Over inside HTML, we only used to provide the class attribute. But here, in case of the class attribute, we are writing class name. So there are some kind of slight differences.
Okay.
Any further doubts in any line number? People can ask it, or you people can leave the meeting.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.